welcome everybody. It's BDevine, of course. Hopefully you're going to be able to hear me. I have my microphone on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is some Lenormand cards. I'm going to use the old style Lenormand. And I would like it if you could choose number 1 or number 2 so I can get these cards going. I hope this is finding you happy and well wherever you are. Tomorrow, my husband and I are going to be live at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time doing a healing talk. And we'll be doing a meditation with you all as well for healing. So anybody that you know that really needs healing or needs to understand the process of healing and would like to receive a little bit of healing tomorrow at 4 p.m. We will be together and talking live. So really looking forward to that. And also earlier in the day on Friday, I'll be live on Facebook, Divine Miracles. Okay. I'll be live probably around 12 o'clock Mountain Time, just doing live readings and stuff. So those are the updates. Also, our Rock and Gem store is almost ready to go. We've got a few things coming in this week and next week. So hopefully by the end of February, we are ready to launch our fabulous line of kits, bundles, animal supplies, candles and natural aromatherapy for your animals as well. All kinds of stuff. So looking forward to that. So if you're a patron, you will receive between 10 and 20% off your orders at Rock and Gems as well, which is a huge saving. So if you want to be a patron, you can just click the link below. All right, let's go number 1. We have the light coming in this window really well. Okay, so now I have a stand-up table and a normal table. So this is my stand-up table. Okay, number 1, what is it that you need to know? We will be doing full moon readings next week. So between now and next week. Number 1. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to make it so you guys can see really well. Okay. We're doing the pyramid spread. And I did a big one yesterday for patrons as well. We used different cards yesterday. But these are the old style Lenormand, so they've got a lot of information. I will hold them up for you anyway as we go along. Okay, please don't stop. Music. Okay. All right, what is it that you need to know? And I may be able to spread that out a little bit more. Yeah, could do. Okay, what is it that you need to know? Number 1. I will be showing you these cards anyway, as I said. First card, the Tower comes up. The second card, the Man. Okay, interesting. Third card is the Bear. Remember that a lot of these will make sense in the combinations. And then we have the Coffin. We have the House, fantastic. This has been coming up a fair bit also. You can get your own Lenormand, of course, BDevineOnline.com. And the Lilies. Okay, so for number 1, there's a few interesting things going on. All right. So firstly, the Tower energy here. The Tower does talk about government. It can talk about institutions such as schools, that kind of thing. Workplaces, places where there's a gathering of a lot of people as well. When the Tower comes up as your first card in the reading here, it does talk about protection also and permanence. So a situation of stability. And it may have to do with this man energy here. This man is looking at the Tower. So this energy might be focused on somebody that you can rely on. And in this case, it's a gentleman. The tower symbolizes true values, a quiet place as well. And if this is talking about a person, it's a person with a status or a position, a public person, right? An official. So there's something going on here with regards to an official situation, someone that is protective or trying to protect, okay, and is bringing in the energy of stability also. It can relate to, if this is talking about money, it can also talk about stability with regards to your finances. So it all sounds really good, right? So sometimes if this was around a lot of negative cards, which it definitely isn't, then this would mean different things. But we have it here in a position of solid ground. This man in particular is bringing in a lot of stability for you. This could be an older man also, or older than you. Okay, let's put it that way. And right next to the man, and in this case, this man is showing as very reliable, we have the bear. Now, the bear indicates strength and power, greatness and generosity, and also responsibility. It's about, if it's talking about a person, it could be a person who's a strong friend, a role model, someone that you look up to, an official or a leader. You see, so this is really going back into this government energy here. There's something going on. All right, there's something going on. It can show in relationships also, because it's sort of sitting right next to there. It talks about loyalty. It could also talk about parents, because the bear can be a mothering kind of, or a caretaking kind of card too. So if this is talking about work in your life, this is also talking about leadership positions, and this would generally make sense here too. So it's a belief in yourself and strength. There's also a little bit of emotion that comes with the bear card. If the bear card is in a position, like I said, with negative cards around it, it can mean someone who's really, really a difficult kind of an energy for you right now. But it's coming up as solid, stable ground and a way forward. Now, just above, we have the coffin. Right next to the coffin is a house. So this can be taken in a few different meanings. The coffin card is about transformation. We kind of know this when we get to the death card in tarot. It can also talk about some limitations. It can also talk about disease, or the energy of flus, or what's going on right now. So it can mean some problems that are going on. It can mean that there can be serious changes. Okay, so the coffin indicates someone. If this was talking about a person, it could also indicate about someone who may be exhausted, or someone who may be going through healing from the past, right? Or it can also mean a person from your past, and it could be this person, may reappear in your life. So in a well-being sense, this can mean complete exhaustion. Sometimes people are going through emotional flashbacks. We've been having this because of the energy of Mercury and the Sun. And also, we're just in the middle of a phase. We've got to be going into a full moon coming up pretty soon, next week. So there's a lot of transitions that are taking place. It could be that someone is not well also, but I'm not going to take that as being the meaning, because it's very, very positive everywhere else. So these are just sort of like points for you to come to your own conclusion about. The house energy is fantastic. The house energy is all about changes as well. It's about family. It's about real estate. Also, it is very much about protection, and this is doubly strengthened by the bear. So you have a lot of protection around you right now, okay? The house can bring comforts and stability, and it could be something important that may require a lot of energy as well. So the house indicates success, also protects you from unpleasant issues. And because this may be unpleasant with the coffin, you're sort of protected from the bigger brunt of it all. In a question of health, for example, it may signal your own new way of healing things or doing things. Can also indicate accommodation issues. It can also talk about some expenses that you may have to be paying that you weren't expecting. In work, it can talk about small family businesses also, and this really working well for you. In a relationship kind of energy, it can also bring devotion, and this is sort of backed up with the lilies cards. So the lilies bring appreciation, serenity, peace, happiness. Again, like I said, appreciation on many different levels as well. The lilies can also indicate a time of rest after a period of stresses in one way or another. It does talk about wisdom because of your experiences that you've had also. So at work, it can talk about honesty. In health, it can talk about a cure also coming forward, especially if you've had illness with the coffin. In relationships, it can talk about romance. It can talk about, really good friendships with other people also. And being careful that you're not pushing away people who are always there for you, Sometimes when we go through a clearing, we sort of just don't want to be talking to anybody. But just be careful that, you're not pushing away the wrong people. So this is a calm energy also around you, and excellent prospects and success. So very, very healthy kind of energy over number one's cards. So the lilies is your overseeing card. Health, maturity, good prospects, stable energy, peaceful energy, serene energy. The coffin. Okay, we've already sort of talked about this being transitory, but there could be an illness, or there could be something that's been going on for someone that you know. Also, transitions when it comes to the house. This card keeps coming up for many people. The house, your home, where you might be working from home. And this can indicate small business energy surrounding the house, if that's something that makes sense to you, and that it will be successful. We have the Tower, again, solid structure, government, bureaucracy as well. Something we can rely on, this person in our life. This is also a sign of stability and great strength. And the third sign of stability and great strength is the bear. This also is very healing. Bear magic or bear healing in shamanic practices is extremely powerful. It shows you or helps you to look at what you're really afraid of as well. And maybe these are some of the questions for you, number one. What have you been afraid of, or what has been consuming your thoughts, your life? Where have you been finding yourself feeling unstable? Where are things transitioning in your life? And what are your expectations? These are some of the questions for number one. And don't forget, you can get your own huge 36 card spread, a big, massive Lenormand reading. Again, it's cheap, it's on special. So you'll be able to get even more of a discount if you're a patron as well. So of course all the links are below. So hopefully this made sense for you guys. Number 1. I'm now going to move on to number 2. Okay. And I made sure I put Ganesha out here, the overcomer of obstacles, for us. Okay, number 2, let's go. All right, your Lenormand reading is going to take you up until the full moon on the 27th of February. I'm going to be live with my husband tomorrow at 4 p.m. for healing meditations and talks, spiritual talks. We both want to be able to share with you guys some different tips and tricks. If you know someone who needs healing, they might want to be listening in, because I'll be doing a healing meditation for everybody as well, live. Earlier on during the day, I'll be live on Facebook just for readings. That'll be about 12 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, here we go, number 2. Let's go. I'm going to do the pyramid spread. I will show you the cards as we go along. Okay, what can we expect? All right, number 2, we have the bouquet. Oh, we have the fish. Ooh, we have the garden. Fantastic. These are the old style Lenormand. We have the crossroad. We have the key. And finally, above everything, we have the scythe. Okay, nobody likes to see the scythe, but it can come in very, very handy for us. Okay, so we'll have a look closely at each particular card. And of course, I have my selenite. So we have the bouquet first, and next to the fish. So there's some interesting combinations. Of course, when we look at everything in its bigger combination, it begins to make a lot more sense, okay? So this is for number 2. This is about a gift, a gratitude, people are grateful for you. It shows happiness in your life. It talks about in your finances, it predicts success, increased profits also. And also because it's next to the fish, this is definitely about your finances, successful money coming forward. And so these two going together is really fantastic. It's a big change for you, number 2. Now, in this particular spread, if this was talking about a person, it could be talking about a lady or a man whose profession is connected with creative energy, right? So someone creative may be gifting you something or helping you in some way. So if this was talking about your health, this talks about excellent well-being, really good recovery also. And it does talk about aromatherapy, using herbs and obviously essential oils, etc., would be helpful to you. These are all blends and things that will also be available at my Rock and Gems website. I'm making gems. I'm making gems. I'm making essential oil blends. It's the word I'm trying to come up with for different situations. So that may also be helpful. But you're going to receive something that helps to boost your finances, especially with the fish right next door. But it may be a decision that you have to make here pretty soon. when we're advancing in our spirituality, we have to make decisions, and sometimes it's not always what everybody else wants us to do either. All right, so the fish right next to the bouquet. I love seeing the fish come out in the Lenormand cards because it talks about rewards, it talks about finances, okay, and generosity too. So if it's talking about people here, it could be someone who's got a lot of confidence and they know their own worth. They put themselves above other people as well. This person may be extremely active, or they love to travel. Sometimes they get distracted. They don't always finish. They don't always finish their projects. Okay. In a relationship spread, if we were talking about relationships here, partners having strong feelings for each other. Okay, excellent compatibility. But there's no man or lady cards in here, so this is just more about your finances and gifts, etc. Expect gifts and money, good trade deals and successful projects. Okay, if there was a lot of negative cards around, it would be a little bit different. In regards to health, it encourages rest and relaxation. Also working with salt water if you can, or getting next to a body of water. Now, or a garden that has a water fountain. How about that? The garden comes up next. All right. This is, if you remember, in olden days, everybody used to go meet in parks and stuff because there was nothing else to do, I guess. So there was a lot of social events outdoors and in garden atmospheres. So here it talks about holidays, activities. It also can talk about society. It can talk about media, public opinion. Also, professional energy is here too. It can mean, when it's talking about a person, for example, it's a person who's likes to be social and likes to spend time. The connections are important. Emotional fulfillment is here. It talks about sort of a shallow energy with regards to relationships in this instance, but we're not talking about relationships. The garden can mean expansion of business, contacts, and professional networks also. So this is going along with the energy of, abundance coming forward. It talks about receptions or gatherings, country outings, making sure that you're enjoying nature as well. So your baseline is extremely strong, number 2. Then we have the crossroads, and I did talk about this one being decisions, decisions that need to be made. And this comes after a time of an impossible situation. It's like a really, really hard situation for yourself. And this choice comes up here that you need to make. So it indicates important, even fateful choices as well. It may bring up some doubts that you feel as you end a current situation, so not being sure, and that's normal. It can indicate uncertainty in many levels. However, it doesn't really have a negative connotation here because of all of these amazing positive cards. There's only one particularly negative card, and that's the Scythe card, and we'll get to that in a minute. Whatever decision you make now has far-reaching consequences, but also, because we have the key right next to it, unlocks the next phase of your life. The crossroads can also indicate, we're talking about health, I'm just trying to come up with anything I can think of for you guys. If we're talking about health, it could be an incorrect diagnosis that's happened as well. Sometimes this is the case. All right, so right next to this we have the key. And then, of course, I'm going to read it a little bit all connected. So we have the key, and this is opening or closing. Now, a favorable course of events can happen with the key. It's indicated with the fish, bouquet, the garden. Everything is like, it's all becoming a lot easier. It can also symbolize disclosure of secrets, needing to be really honest as you are achieving your goals as well. So someone who, if this is talking about a person, it can be a person with a very strong mind, someone who sees the essence of things, has a lot of opinions also can come up here with this card. So successful undertakings with work, good opportunities, and a lot of breakthroughs, settling of debts as well. It also can talk about a situation in a relationship where people become very, very close. Okay, so it's very good here. This can also bring the key to the next phase of your life and really, really unlocks the knowledge. And luckily, we're all going through this period of great, great transformation right now. You may not even feel like you know where you are half the time because of our energy being so upgraded so quickly. You can just be in a daze sometimes. Okay, so finally the Scythe card. This talks about a caution. Okay, not going to joke around. This particular card is a caution for you. Okay, it's cautioning you. It's bringing the probability of something serious happening in your life. Probably that's already taken place. The Scythe can cut through situations. The Scythe can also be a card of harvest. In that sense, it can mean that there is a need to release some energy from your life. Okay? It does give you a warning about being careful of accidents, all right? So be careful driving, be careful around you, be very aware of your situations. It also can bring the energy of being careful of, because it was right next to the crossroad cards, be careful of making a fatal mistake, and I don't mean a death or anything like that, but a mistake that you really regret, right? So you may hurriedly do something, or you may quickly shut things down, or whatever it is for you, and think that everything's going to be okay if you decide to reconnect, or if you decide to open up again, or whatever. It may not work for you in that way. Sometimes this can be surgery, that's actually happening. It can talk about work, and it can talk about needing to act carefully, all right, dealing with transactions, etc. And it can also indicate, if we were talking about a relationship, it's just sudden conflict, a sudden problem that comes up. So really, even though all of those things are true when we look at the Scythe card, I doubt that it's going to be too serious because of all the extreme positivity of the entire rest of the reading, right? So, you really have to, when you're looking at Lenormand, you have to look at an overall picture. I will always give a warning where it's needed though, and the Scythe, is definitely a warning to be careful. Okay, be careful who you're letting go of. Be careful what friends that you're taking on board, or what you're listening to. Be careful of accidents and problems with knives, sharp instruments. Just be careful now that you're sort of forewarned. As I always say, you are forearmed. So for number 2, abundance is coming from an unexpected source. It's going to be able to provide for you a lot of decisions that you need to make, and open up a new pathway for you in your life, bring in a lot more social contacts and energy. And you may be surprised just how quickly your whole life begins to change because of this new abundant energy. watch out if someone is, causing problems for you or whatever. Don't get yourself involved in other people's energy, right? Focus on where you're going and what you're doing, and you will always find that this gives you the strength that you need to continue. So money is coming, gift is coming, you're going to receive some parcels or something, and unlocking maybe of your own healing. Maybe tomorrow with the healing webinar kind of thing that we're doing, spiritual talk, then you may receive a lot of healing in that also. Okay. So everybody, I want to thank you guys for listening. Let me know what readings you would like me to do, or what information you would like to have. I'm also on Rumble, BDevine Online, and I'll be doing some skincare, makeup sort of looks over there, as well as readings and things, and it's just me as well. Since Facebook has shut off everything with regards to advertising, and YouTube is suppressing me also, I've got to be careful and make sure I have backups. So I'd like to see you over there also. I hope each one of you have a fantastic day. Go easy on yourself. Thank you so much for being a subscriber and being a part of this soul family. And until the next time, lots of love, many blessings, and bye for now. Bye.